Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel or my podcast, however you are consuming this. Today we're going to be talking about my current three favorite, or I hesitate to say this, but my favorite of all time, my three favorite of all time car wash soaps slash foam cannon soaps. And I get asked this question all the time in the comments, usually on my torture test videos, of like, okay, that's great, you tried these two products, but which ones are your favorite? Which ones do you actually use? And if you look at, it might be kind of hard to tell, but if you actually look at these bottles, they're not full. And some of them are even kind of dirty looking and janky looking. But these three products right here are my top three favorite, maybe of all time. I'll put that in there, like maybe, to use in a foam cannon or in a traditional wash bucket. But as we go through them, I'll tell you the reasons why I like them. And it'll help you decide if they're the right fit for you, but also kind of shed some light on you don't always need a bucket to wash a car, which may be controversial to some of those, or to some of you. So, and really in no particular order, I kind of view these all as number 1, 2s, and 3s. They kind of all serve their individual purpose, and kind of all have a fit depending upon your current situation and kind of really what you're looking to get out of a car soap. So I figured the only way to kind of work through it is go like the cheapest to the most expensive. And as we work through them, I will tell you kind of the pros. And I don't really feel like any one of these have cons, but I guess I could try to drum up some cons about each one of them. And so with that, we'll start with this. This is the Turtle Wax Max Power Car Wash Soap. This 1 gallon, or I guess it's right under a gallon, it's 100 ounces, runs about 13 bucks. You do have to look on Amazon for it or directly through Turtle Wax. If you look on Amazon, I just did before recording this, and it's $35 for this almost gallon. It's also available at usually like AutoZone, Walmart, O'Reilly's, auto parts stores, I guess. And what I love about this soap, one, is that it's really runny. So one thing that's very cool, or that I like about runnier soaps, is it's easier to get into the foam cannon. And I usually always start out now by foaming a car, so I need to get the soap in the foam cannon. Don't always have a funnel, don't always have the tools to make it super clean because I'm normally out on the go just trying to get it done. So what is really cool too is that on the side of this bottle, and we'll get a close-up on it, but on the side of this bottle, it actually shows like ounces, so you know exactly how much product you're putting into the foam cannon or your bucket. So a lot of these bottles are just kind of blank on the side, but Turtle Wax actually thought about it and put kind of a self-measuring side, or a self-measuring for the ounces on the side of the bottle. So, and they probably did that because it's a dilutable soap, so or adjustable pH. Yeah, you can adjust the pH depending upon what you're trying to achieve, which I also think is a very, very unique selling proposition for this. So you can go from everything from moderate cleaning, so you use 1 to 3 ounces in your foam cannon or in your bucket of choice, or you can bump it up to aggressive cleaning and change that kind of pH neutral to a pH of 8.5. So again, maybe just it's been a few weeks since you've washed your car, and so you want to kind of break down a lot of that loose stuff, a lot of that loose crap on there. Or you can do extreme cleaning where you would use 9 ounces, and then again it has the measuring on the side of the bottle, so you don't have to have a separate thing for it. Smells good, easy to get. I think the two main factors of why I like it so much are the adjustable pH level in one product, so I can bounce from car to car and just kind of adjust how much product I add to it, and it's readily available, easy to get. If you run out, don't have to pay for shipping, wait for shipping, any of that. Again, right about 13 bucks. The second one on my list is this gallon. This is a gallon, 128 ounces. Says wash and wax from Meguiar's. We've tested it. It really doesn't leave any wax or residue behind, but the reason why I do like this product is it's sold at Costco. So, or has been sold at Costco. This is purple, sometimes it comes in blue, sometimes it comes in yellow or other colors, but it's easy to get and it's extremely cheap. It's right about the $14 mark at Costco, and I'm usually at Costco getting a bunch of food or microfiber towels or whatever, so it's just easy to get and works extremely well. I will say, contrary to the Turtle Wax with a very runny formula, this one is very thick, so it is a little bit more difficult to get into a foam cannon. Obviously, really easy into a bucket. Says you can wax while you wash, and you really only need about 1 ounce. So that's what I love about it. So technically, 128 car washes out of this one bottle. Of course, if you're anything like me, you probably use a lot more than 1 ounce per wash. So, but you can get down to that really, really high dilution ratio, and maybe that's why they made it so thick. But it mixes well, smells really good. I believe it smells like grape. Smells really good, easy to get, very inexpensive, and does a great job cleaning. I will say it doesn't do as good of a job with a no-touch cleaning solution as both these other two soaps, but it does a very good job for what it is, and I consider it a pH neutral soap. I'm not sure if the wax does anything to the pH number, but overall a very quality soap that smells good out of a foam cannon, that's cheap to get, easy to get, and will work extremely well. The last one is the Ethos Foam Party. Now this is by far the most expensive soap. This 1 gallon bottle is going to set you back about $65. So this is a very premium, if you want to call it that, soap. It also smells very good. It's very runny, and I actually did a previous video on this soap to check out its cleaning ability, and I would say out of the 3, this definitely has the best cleaning ability as a no-touch solution. So, but a lot of people may say, well, what do you mean you don't mitt the car, you don't wipe it down, you don't do any of that? And if we think about detailing in general, the less you could touch a car, the better you're going to be. So that's why I set out, and I normally use soaps that will break down the dirt so I could touch the car less, so I could touch the paint less. If you couple that with deionized water, you can get a really great no-touch car wash solution, and it saves time. You can do multiple cars at a time and get a really, really good result. I will say at $65, you want to use this stuff more sparingly. You probably don't want to be doing fleet washing with this soap. That's where you may pick up the Turtle Wax or even the Meguiar's. But it does call itself a pre-wash foam. Now in the States, we don't really have this idea of like a pre-wash. We don't really have. Sure, some guys will foam a car, rinse the foam off, and then use that as their pre-wash, and then go into their 2-bucket method or whatever. But I know in Europe and a lot of other countries, this idea of a pre-wash is very prevalent. And so kudos to Ethos for kind of picking that up. And again, I have a full video review on this product that you can check out. I'll try to link up in the show notes below. But again, a very runny formula, smells kind of like coconut, but smells very good and clean and fresh coming out of the foam cannon. And if your car's not heavily soiled, you can really foam this. You could rinse your car, foam it with this, let it dwell and kind of break down. And if you watch that full review of the video, you will see how it took, well, Brian's car that was pretty dirty and cleaned it without having to brush it or mitt it or do anything like that. So as either a pre-wash foam, if you're worried about contaminants or dirt on your car, scratching when you go into the 2-bucket method, you could use it for that. Or if you just have a lightly soiled car that you don't want to mitt or don't want to have to take the risk of doing any scratches, you could add it. You could just do a regular car wash as that. I would say the biggest downside is the price, right? At $65, it's significantly more expensive than these two. I believe it's on Amazon. I'd have to double check. I think the 16 ounce is, but that could be, if it's not on Amazon currently, that could be another downside, that you have to buy it direct and wait for shipping, probably pay for shipping, all that. But if you're looking for quality foam soap or soap to go, car wash soap, I guess you could call it, you cannot go wrong with any one of these 3 products. So I will link everything up in the comment or the show notes below with links to Amazon if they're all on there. Again, but most of these you can get at your local auto parts retail store. Ethos is probably on Amazon. If not, I'll link it up directly to their site. But you will be completely satisfied with any one of these 3 products. And again, I don't have a number 1, 2, or 3. I kind of use them all interchangeably depending upon the situation that I'm in and honestly how much is left. So I'm kind of milking the rest of this Ethos because I like it so much. while I finish up some of the other ones that do about as good of a job. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. If you're on YouTube, if you're on podcasts, just subscribe so you can get first alerted of new podcast episodes and videos, I guess, like this. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.